today it's a pleasure to have Amine Ouaggag, a digital creator, a brand manager, and founder of Price Media. Welcome, Amine.
Thank you, Antonis. It's such a pleasure for having me here today. Yeah, I'm happy to be here today.
Great to have you here. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about your background and stuff like that?
Definitely, yeah. So as you said, my name is Amine. At the moment, I run a SaaS company that's named Rise. So basically, a little bit about myself.
Yeah.
I did my studies in business in like as a bachelor degree. I did my master's degree in marketing, and I worked for a bit for a company named Hilton Hotels. I don't know if you know it. Basically, it's
Hilton,
one of the
yeah.
biggest.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, yeah, it's one of the biggest franchises when it comes to hotels and all of that.
Cool.
I've worked with them for some time, and I just always felt like I wanted to do something on my own. So yeah, I took a year off, worked on myself, learned
Mhm.
lots of skills, and then the idea of Rise came up, and I started working on it, and had lots of ups and downs. And It's been about 2 years since I started working on it,
Mhm.
but about a year now since I've launched, and it's going well at the moment. Yeah.
All right. You said you had a year off. Is that in the university cycle, or you just took a year off?
No, so after I finished uni, I've worked
Mhm. All right.
with Hilton,
Mhm.
and I was working in the marketing as a marketing manager in the marketing, and it was like a marketing and sales department for Hilton Garden Inn and Hilton
All right.
Hotel and Resorts. It was
Yeah.
actually in Morocco. That's my home country,
All right.
and
That's nice.
yeah, so yeah, I'm originally from Morocco, and then I've lived in Cyprus for some time. Then
Oh.
moved to the UK,
Mhm.
and yeah, I came to the UK like for studies, then went back, worked, and came back here now to basically do my business. Yeah.
I see. Cyprus, UK, that's many would say that's a weird jump. I've done something similar, Greece, UK, but it's yeah. Do you want to explain what were your thoughts in such jump?
No, when I actually, it was purely whenever I went to any country, it was for the studies. So like when I went
Yeah,
for to Cyprus, I went to study my bachelor's degree there. I did my
yeah.
bachelor's in business administration. After I spent my years there, I was spent about. I finished my bachelor and still stayed there for about 2 years.
Hmm.
Um, Unfortunately, there was also the COVID situation, so it wasn't the
Yeah.
best. Then I went to the UK, did my master's in marketing. So as
Mm.
I said, like when I went to any country, it was mostly for studies.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I just went back to Morocco, worked, came back to the UK, started my business. I'm working on
Yeah.
another business at the moment. It's basically and it's involving AI. So
All
it's
right.
a business for basically it's related to AI and book creation, and
Okay.
I don't want to go too much into details, but yeah, it's something that's I'm working on
Is
at the
it still
moment.
a raw idea? Something that's not, let's
Something that's not in
say,
the market
launched?
yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, I see that you don't say then anything. So in terms of Rice
Yeah.
Media, is it still on or you just took it out?
Yes. So Rise is still on. I've got now a team working with two of us, keep Prize Media going and growing, of course. This is just a business that's I had this idea for a while, and I was like, I better put it in life, and I've been working on it as well. To be honest, it's not the best when you have two businesses at the same time that you are trying to run, especially
Hmm.
that Rise is still growing. I'm still like, we still have like targets that we need to hit. But
Yeah,
I just took this challenge and I was like, let me see how it goes.
that's nice. And how would you describe Rise? What's Rise? What's the USP maybe, or in
So
general?
Rise, basically, it's, you are a starting business. I'm here
Mm-hmm.
to help you grow. I will build
All
you
right.
the best CRM system that will make your business um, grow, and you will have a customer retention, and
Okay.
will help you basically be a professional, organized business. If you are a starting business, of course, or a small business.
Mm-hmm. So you're focused on startups. Yeah.
So yeah, our main target as the small businesses and startups. We help them, as
Mm-hmm.
I said, we organize for them a CRM system that helps them grow and helps getting the customer retention so they don't lose their customers, and also help grow their brand identity and brand management, like the image of their brands. When it comes to like lots of like Google reviews and all of that, we help them with that as well. But yeah, that's most of it. That's what most of what we do.
I see. So what would you say is the biggest game changer for Rise in the past year?
Oh yeah, when it comes to game changer, to be honest with you, it's me starting the digital creation, the content
Mm-hmm.
creation. So
Okay.
it's just that I saw lots of models, like for example, if you know Alex Hermosi or all those
Yeah.
big names in the industry of business and marketing or sales and all of that,
Yeah.
they all basically use their brand image to influence their businesses. Um, so I was like, I want to try that model, and so far, to be honest, it has been a game changer. Since I started doing content, you do get lots of new connections that you didn't know you could have. You do get new people that reach out to you that you didn't know that could happen, which of course always helps you grow and helps your business grow. And as I know, as I told you, I started a year ago, so I'm still within like my growing process. So yeah, deciding to do the content creation was a really big game changer for me, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. Is there any mistake that you made early on in the early days of Rise that you learned a valuable lesson, or
I
maybe at
made
the start of your
so many.
journey?
Yeah, I made so many mistakes. To be honest with you, like
Exactly.
that year that I took, that I told you, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
year that I told you, I took just to learn, and I did loads of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
That at some point you feel like I'm just wasting time here, but if I have to be specific, I would say when you are building a business, choose one niche, because what the mistake I did is I wanted to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So for example,
Right.
because I do marketing, so I wanted to do the marketing like social media management, I wanted to do the paid advertising, I wanted to do the
Yeah.
basically all the marketing services, and it just didn't work. It was just too much.
Mm.
And you just need to specific like take a specific niche, work on it, master it, and basically use that, like keep that's your business, like build a business on that niche. Like for example, if you're
Mm.
doing paid advertisement, work on it, master it, know exactly how it works, build a perfect team, and just do paid advertising. Don't
Mm.
try to do everything at once, especially if you're just starting. Maybe later on you can start adding on other services that you can, but then you're established already. But when you just start and you want to do everything, that was one of the biggest mistakes I did. I just lost so many potential clients that I could have.
Yeah. I see. It makes sense. I mean, mistakes are there to learn. Without the mistakes, you wouldn't know the things you know now, right?
True, true. I agree. It sounds cliche, but it's true. Like lots of
Mm.
people will think it's just something that we say, but from my experience, it's really true. Like you do make a lot of mistakes, and you don't learn except if you make those mistakes.
Mm. So true. So true. So what's one question you get asked most often about rice specifically?
A question that most people ask me is, how did you get your first clients?
Okay.
And yeah, that's something that I get because they be like in such a saturated market, especially with the type of service I'm providing with Rise. Most people will be like, how did you get the first clients? And to be completely honest with you, is networking.
Right.
I used to go to loads of events, like marketing events, business events. I meet people, I speak, build some nice relationships with people. And of course, like not all of them they can turn into your client, but just speak about your business. Go places where other businesses are. Share your business ideas. Speak. Some people will just like who you are and want to work with you. Um, so yeah, it's something that I did. But as I told you, many people maybe don't do that. They focus just on the digital side of things, like they're creating the best websites and trying to advertise it and brand it the best way. But sometimes all that can still not help you if you don't have a portfolio or you don't have a previous experience. So sometimes just go and meet people in person. It could help. It did help me. So
Yeah, it's something I do as well, you know, and I totally get the point. It's different when you're there in person, then body language kicks in, then you build your relationships and all that, and it's just different, don't you think?
exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. And it builds that personal connection with you and another person that has a business as well and need maybe that service that you are providing. So
Exactly.
makes it like easier to communicate.
I see. That's nice. So, taking you back to your starting steps as an entrepreneur, yeah, is there something that you would say to yourself back then?
Um so if when it comes to that, there's two things I would say.
Mm-hmm.
There is a business advice and there is the basically there's lots of advices I could give, to be honest, but if I will have to choose, I'll choose one business advice and one life advice.
Right.
So with the business advice, I've like I will give the similar one to what I said earlier, is basically focus on one niche. Do not distract yourself, uh, and do not try to do everything at once. So one thing is where you should put all your efforts and basically try your build your business and your name on it, because if you try to do many things, you just end up lost in the middle of all those services and all those things, and you don't master any of them and you don't provide the best quality in any of them. So if you just have one thing and you can actually provide the best quality and the best service in that one niche, that would be the best thing for you. um, Also, when it comes to life advice, I would say don't rush it.
Right.
I'm also a young person, but I see a lot of I meet a lot of guys that are now starting and all of that, and we speak, and I do pick people's brains. They do the same with me, and what I see that people are doing so much is they're trying to rush to get somewhere,
Yeah.
while they don't need to. Like, for example, if you are in your 20s or your early 30s, you still have time. So take your time, just work on yourself, work on your business, and chase your freedom. To be honest with you, like that's been my biggest thing, is I never wanted to be stuck somewhere. So for example,
Yeah.
I want to go see my parents whenever I want and work. I want to
Yeah.
go travel and everywhere I want and work.
Mm.
I don't want to be in one place. That was my biggest motivation, to be honest with you, that pushed me to do this. um, so yeah, don't rush yourself, work on your pace. Things will start falling off slowly. Like, at some point you will be thinking, what am I doing? Am I doing the wrong thing? We all get the same thoughts, myself included. As I told you, I spent a year. I didn't know where this is going. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But that first client you get gives you the hope and kind of like motivates you to start working more. And
Exactly.
yeah, it will push you forward. So don't rush. Take your time. Things will come like on its own time. So just work hard, but don't rush yourself. Like
Yeah.
I hope that people don't take it the wrong way when I say don't rush. They be like, "Oh, be lazy." No, don't be lazy. Work, work your ass off. Work hard, but just keep in mind that you are still young. So when it's gonna come, it's gonna come. So just don't think about the time. That's it.
Yeah.
Of course,
I
have
see.
goals, and that's it.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. It's just the right moment, and you actually don't know when that's gonna come. So it's always interesting.
Exactly. Yeah, it could be any time. Exactly. Yeah. Like lots of people just think, I wanna this. Like see on social media somebody that is 23 and already made some money off trading or something, and they'll be like, "Oh, why is it not me?" But like, yes, your time will come. So just work for it. Come up with
Mm.
ideas, put those ideas into work, and basically it will come. So just and anything that you put in your mind you will achieve. And as I told you, we still have lots of goals even with my business at the moment with Rise. There's
Mm.
lots of goals to achieve, lots of targets, lots of
Mm.
we still face lots of problems. We still have doubts sometimes about some things, but it's just you have to keep going. You just have to keep working.
Yeah, I like to say that in a numbers game, because it's about numbers and money is numbers, there is no
True.
actual limit. You can always put a zero next to a number, and then another zero, and then another zero. So there is not really a limit, unless you are
True.
limited
And you
there.
say the word, and you said now a word that's is true. Like it's a game. You say the numbers game. It's a game actually.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
see
yeah.
it like a game, it's basically put it like you've got levels to unlock. So for example, starting your business and establishing, getting your first client, then you get to next level, and
Mm.
then try make it like a game until you reach the highest level, basically.
Exactly. Like now, it's a podcast game, and now we're going to the final boss mission, which is the
Exactly.
bonus section. And in the bonus section, I'll say
Exactly.
one word or a phrase, and you must reply with the first thought that comes to
All
your
right.
mind. If you can, with one word,
Okay.
that will be perfect. But yeah, we always have time to elaborate at the end. So, are you ready?
Okay. Yes.
Digital marketing,
Ooh, my passion.
content creation,
Ooh, uh, ooh, okay. I'd say my creative side.
mm-hmm. Business owner,
Um, my dream.
life changing,
My goal.
young entrepreneurs,
Uh, the future.
I like that. Digital marketing, you mentioned.
My passion.
Mm-hmm. Is it actually your number one passion inside of all this game?
To be honest, I do have other passions, but when it comes to business, that's like the business side of
Yeah,
things, that is
yeah,
my
yeah.
passion. But outside of business side of things, I do have passion for music. I have passion for other
Yeah,
things
yeah,
as well.
probably. Yeah. I get what you mean.
But yeah, when it comes to business, I would say that. To be honest, when you say the content creation, I felt like, well, that's my passion too, to be honest.
Yeah,
But but it's kind of related if you
yeah,
see it from a different perspective. Like content creation, it is kind of related to digital marketing.
exactly. I mean, especially today, nowadays, content creation has been over the moon. Like it's all content. If it's not world class, it's not gonna work. Like it's so easy to
It's
create
true.
world-class content. Everybody can now with AI and all that stuff. Everywhere you
Sure,
see
yeah.
perfect videos, like
Yeah. When it comes to that, I'm still working. I'm still really trying. I'm still growing. I know that I'm not doing the
Mm,
best I'm supposed to, but I will be growing.
mhm,
Because as you said, the competition is too strong. Like when you check now the other people what they're doing, it's just hard to keep up. So, but it's just we have to do it. And
mm,
I am working on actually growing or like increasing the quality of my content creation. The goal
mm.
is always to basically be creative or like
Yeah,
share knowledge with people in a creative way. Um, and yeah, so that's the main goal of it, to be honest.
hmm. That's nice. Any last words from Amine Ouaggag here?
Oh, well, first of all, I really want to thank you so much, Antonis, for having me today. I'm
Pleasure.
really happy. It's the first time actually I'm having a podcast with somebody. It's amazing. I like it. It's a bit weird. I gave enough information to people that they could maybe learn from my experience or from my thoughts and I'm really thankful to you for having me today. And I
My
hope we
pleasure.
have another chance to have even more time to speak
Hmm.
because there's of course lots of things to still speak about. But what I would
Absolutely.
like to say to other people as well is that trust yourself, trust the process, try. It's not a problem if you take some steps back to move steps forward, to move like
Yeah.
even further. So take your steps back sometimes, be a strong person, stay believing in your dreams. And you know what, not everybody is gonna be an entrepreneur. That's facts, because I know that lots of people now wanna be, but not everybody will be. But you don't know if you will be or not, except if you
Mhm.
try. So give it a try and try hard.
Yeah. I love it. And that was Amine, ladies and gentlemen.